The Employment Act 1955 governs labor laws in Peninsular Malaysia, while the Sabah Labour Ordinance SLO under Sabah Cap 67 applies only to Sabah. Both laws govern employment contract, including the rights to compensation and benefits, while the EA 1955 provide broad worker protection, including provision for unpaid wage, overtime, and statutory benefits such as sick leave and annual leave. The SLO mirror many of these provisions, with some regional variation. In both cases, employers are required to follow through on compensation agreement, and employees have the right to seek legal redress for unpaid wage and benefits. Sabah Labour Ordinance Amendment is an important step towards advancing worker rights in Sabah by modernizing employment regulation, promoting fair treatment, and ensuring employer accountability. Key amendment aims to improve job stability by limiting zero-hour contract, requiring employment terms to reflect actual working hour, and giving workers more predictability in their schedule. These updates are intended to combat exploitative practices, improve working conditions, and protect employees from unexpected shift changes, resulting in a more balanced and fair labor environment. Second is, additionally, recent discussion on the ordinance have underscored ongoing issues such as unpaid wage, lack of maternity and paternity leave, and the general unawareness of worker rights. The inconsistent enforcement of this provision leave many employees vulnerable, particularly during significant life events. Advocacy groups are calling for stronger enforcement mechanism and greater transparency to ensure fair compensation and safeguard worker entitlement. Together, these reforms aim to foster a more equitable, transparent, and family-supportive workplace culture in Sabah. Recent discussion on the Sabah Labour Ordinance highlight pressing issues around unpaid wage, contract clarity, and employee rights, emphasizing the needs for stability and predictability in working hours. Worker report delays in receiving overtime bonus and others benefit with unclear contract terms, often leading to exploitation. Additionally, insufficient provision for maternity and paternity leave create financial strain for employees, with many unaware of their right due to lax enforcement, leaving them vulnerable in critical family situations. The 2024 amendment to the Sabah Labour Ordinance seeks to address this issue by enhancing transparency, enforcing stricter rules on employers' responsibility, and raising worker awareness about their entitlement. This reform aims to strengthen protection around compensation, benefit, and family leave, creating a more equitable and supportive labor environment in Sabah. Recent discussion on the Sabah Labour Ordinance Cap 67 has highlighted serious issues with unpaid wage, overtime, and benefit, as well as vague contract terms that leave workers unaware of their rights. Employees in Sabah face challenge in receiving timely payment, and in some cases are denied paid maternity and paternity leave, placing financial stress on families and exposing gap in enforcement. Second is, advocacy groups are calling for clear regulation to outline employer obligation and compensation and benefits, along with initiatives to educate workers on their rights. Strengthening enforcement and enhancing worker awareness are essential steps toward a fairer, more equitable workplace in Sabah where employees are properly compensated and supported during significant life events. The Sabah Labor Ordinance issue with unpaid wage, unclear employment contract, and lack of enforcement highlight a pressing need for reform to protect worker right, and many employees struggle to secure fair wage, overtime pay, and benefit, jeopardizing their financial security and revealing gaps in Sabah labor laws. Additionally, inadequate provision for maternity and paternity leave create financial hardship for family, underscoring the importance of enforcing this entitlement. Labor rights organizations are calling for clearer regulation, stronger enforcement, and worker education initiatives to empower employees and hold employers are accountable. Addressing this issue is vital for fostering a fair, supportive, and economically sound labor environment in Sabah.